Welcome to this video lecture on partial molar volumes and compressibilities. Let me share the presentation with you. In this lecture, we will see how to calculate the apparent molar volume and compressibility of solutions, as well as the partial molar volume and compressibility, the calculation of transfer properties from the partial molar properties, and the effect of temperature and co-solute on these partial molar properties. Also, we will see how the different interactions in a solution are reflected in terms of these properties. These are standard equations used to calculate the apparent molar volume and apparent molar isentropic compressibility. If you see here, if you know the density of solution and density of solvent and the molality of solution, one can calculate the apparent molar volume. As well as the apparent molar compressibility can be calculated by using the density of solvent, density of solution, molality of solution, and isentropic compressibility of solution and solvent. This isentropic compressibility is calculated using ultrasonic velocity of solution and density of solution. So therefore, if we accurately measure the density of solution and solvents and ultrasonic velocity of solution and solvent for different molar concentration of the solution, then we can calculate the apparent molar volume and apparent molar isentropic compressibility. These apparent molar properties are linearly dependent over the concentration of solute, and therefore they can be fitted to the straight line equation, that is linear dependence over the molar concentration. In this equation, the apparent molar volume varies with the square root of molar concentration, and we plot the graph of apparent molar volume versus under root of m. From the intercept of the graph, we get partial molar volume and Sv as an experimental slope. As well as when you plot the graph of apparent molar isentropic compressibility with square root of molar concentration of solution, we get the partial molar isentropic compressibility as a intercept and Sk as a slope. This Sv and Sk are the experimental slope which gives us the information about solute-solute interaction, whereas the V2 pi 0 and Ks2 pi 0 are the intercept which gives us the information about solute-solvent interaction. The values of partial molar volume and partial molar compressibility in water are determined for particular solute, and the same values are determined in aqueous solution of some co-solute. And by taking the difference of this partial molar volume and partial molar compressibility in aqueous solution of co-solutes and in water, we get the transfer volume and transfer compressibilities. The partial molar volume, partial molar isentropic compressibility, a transfer volume and transfer compressibility. All these four properties are important for understanding the molecular interactions in solution, and they have their own application in the solution chemistry. Here I have considered a simple example for understanding the concept of partial molar volume. As we know that volume is a measurable property, so therefore if we consider the partial molar volume of water at 298.15 Kelvin, that is at 25 degrees Celsius. To understand the concept, let us consider addition of 1 mole of water in 18 cm cube of water. Addition of 1 mole of water, that is 18 cm cube of water in 100 ml of water, excess of water. This will give you 118 cm cube of water. So just addition of 18 ml or 18 cm cube to the 100 ml taken place. On the other hand, if 1 mole of water, that is 18 cm cube of water, is added in excess of ethanol, then the volume does not becomes 118, but it becomes 114. This is because of the different interactions between the indifferent molecules of ethanol and water. When water is added in water, just it will go on adding, and we will get 18 cm cube as a partial molar volume of water. But when water is added in ethanol, ethanol molecules and water molecules are different. So therefore, they form the intermolecular hydrogen bonding as well as they interact through the dipole-dipole interactions, and there is a contraction in the volume take place. 14 cm cube is a partial molar volume of water in ethanol. These interactions can be shown in the figure, the interactions between water molecule and ethanol molecule. So you can see here, these are the water dipole and these are the dipole of ethanol. So dipole-dipole interaction can occur between the water and ethanol as well as the hydrogen bonding interaction between the water and ethanol. These are responsible for the contraction in the volume. So therefore, this partial molar volume is a very important property. Similarly, the partial molar compressibility also is an important property which will give you the significant information about different type of interactions present in the solution. Now, coming to the effect of temperature and co-solute on these partial molar properties and transfer properties. The calculation of determination of partial molar volume and compressibility we will see in my another video lecture, and that properties are determined from the graphical method. Now, this partial molar volume and compressibility, which are determined by plotting the graph of apparent molar volume versus square root of molality and apparent molar compressibility versus square root of molality, we get these partial molar properties. And from the partial molar properties, one can calculate the transfer properties. These partial molar properties are important for understanding the hydration behavior of solutes. So when the solute molecules, for example, drug molecules or amino acids, when added in the aqueous solution in water, then hydration of that solute molecule because of dipole-dipole interactions or ion dipole or hydrogen bonding interaction take place. When we change the temperature of the solution, for example, when we increase the temperature of solution, then because of the thermal agitation, the water molecules from the second hydration cell, that is outer hydration cell of the solute, they get released into the bulk water, and in this way the release of solvent molecules from the hydration cell of the solute take place, and therefore there is an increase in the partial molar volume and compressibility occurs. The solution becomes more compressible, its volume is increased and the solution becomes more compressible. And as far as the electrorestriction is concerned, so due to increase in the temperature, the reduction in the electrorestriction is observed. The electrorestriction is the interactions between solute and solvent. So weakening of the interactions reduces the electrorestriction. Upon increase in the temperature, reduction in the electrorestriction will occur. Coming to the co-sphere overlap model, when we add a co-solute in the solution, suppose if you have a solution of some drug in water, and if you add some co-solute, for example, some electrolyte like salts, inorganic salts or organic salts, or you can add non-electrolytes like sugars, then the effect of addition of co-solute can be understood on these partial molar properties and transfer properties. What happened according to co-sphere overlap model? The hydration spheres of the solute and co-solute overlap with each other, and if there are ion or hydrophilic type of interaction between the solute and solvent, then there is a release of water molecule upon overlap of the co-sphere of the solute and co-solute take place, and volume of that system and compressibility of that system increases. Whereas if there are hydrophobic type of interaction, then the volume and compressibility of the solution decreases. So therefore, if you consider the transfer properties, transfer volume and transfer compressibility, then the delta T and transfer volume and compressibility, if it is positive, then it is confirmed that in that system the ion hydrophilic type of interactions are present, And if it is negative, that is, there is a decrease in the partial molar volume or compressibility upon addition of the co-solute, then hydrophobic interactions are confirmed. In this way, with increasing the temperature and addition of co-solute, how they can affect the partial molar properties of solution can be understood. The magnitude and sign of the transfer property are also helpful. As I told you just now, the sign of transfer property, if it is positive, transfer volume, transfer compressibility is positive, then there are ion hydrophilic or hydrophilic type of interaction, that is increase in the partial molar volume and compressibility upon addition of the co-solute. If the sign of transfer property is negative, that is there is a decrease in the partial molar volume or compressibility, then hydrophobic type of interactions are there. And the magnitude of these properties also are concerned with the strength of hydrophilic or hydrophobic type of interactions in the solution. So in the summary, we have seen the determination of partial molar volume and compressibilities, temperature and co-solute effects on the partial molar properties, calculation of transfer properties, post-Pierre overlap model, and properties and different interactions in the solution. These are the bibliographies that are used for making this presentation. Thank you.